a hair.
It's like my eyelashes.
It just bothers me. Honestly, from here, they look fine.
Okay.
Like, if I'm being really attacking them, it's like, well, it's up a little in the corner, but it's like you put them on in 4 seconds,
and they're good.
And I still think they're good.
Okay, so we're talking about my eyelashes right now. I just put on. Okay, so if you're not following SoCal Beauty and you're not following Brittany, the owner of SoCal Beauty, you should be on Instagram. She created these designer lashes, which basically these are custom lashes made by a lash artist, but you put them on at home. She created these during the pandemic. So you put them on and it's like a magnetic liner. And then there's like a magnetic strip that the lashes connect to. So I put them on today because we're actually going live with Brittany after we record this. And I was panicking and just being annoyed with myself because I just like wanted to throw them on really quick, but it takes like a second.
Right.
And I'm like a little bit of a perfectionist when it comes to this stuff. And of course, like I don't want my eyes to be lopsided. So I'm literally sitting here with Haley like, are you sure they look okay? Are you sure they're okay? And I'm looking at myself and they're pretty good. Also, I'm like literally that person or like that client whose like eyes are just like irritated and red from like eyelashes. Like I've always been like that.
Yeah.
Like I'm literally just the most annoying client. But anyhow.
At least you know that about yourself.
Yeah, like I know that about myself. Like my eyes are already getting red just because my eyes are just like little sensitive flowers.
No, they are beautiful, sensitive flowers.
Thank you.
With lovely eyelash flowers on them.
Thank you.
They do look good. Just try not to think about it.
Okay, I'm not going to think about them as they're like sitting on my eyes. Anyhow, I'm Casey Boone. Welcome to Skin in the City.
And I'm Haley Kerfis. And also welcome. We're so glad you're listening to our 4th episode.
Woo!
So excited.
I'm so glad you guys are listening. I'm so glad everyone's already enjoying the first couple episodes. I wanted to jump in with today's glow tip.
Yeah, so
it's not a skincare tip today. This is more like just an esthetician / life tip because again, I'm going to be talking about a lot of things that people ask me questions on, which, I mean, isn't that kind of the reason of the podcast? I feel like instead of me like answering 5 million DMs and comments and emails and all the other things, I can like hopefully talk to the masses on here. So, your glow tip for today is to please, if you are working as a beauty professional, get insurance. And I'm going to make it really, really easy for you. You're going to go to the website, Glow Skincare LA. You're going to go to shop, and then you're going to go to shop ASCP insurance. And you can use my code, or like if when you shop the ASCP, like it'll come up. You get $20 off. Like it's just automatically when you go to my website and shop ASCP insurance. So
that's a good deal.
I know.
And that's like, if you don't want to do it, like no one really wants to pay for insurance, right?
I do not like paying for insurance, but here's the deal. This insurance is a really great price. It's normally $250 for the year. If you go and use it on my website, it's $239. I'm sorry, I think it's normally $59. Anyhow, it's $239 if you go to my website and buy it. And here is the deal with insurance. First off, that is an amazing price. That's for a professional beauty esthetician insurance that's going to cover you full-time all year long. Most insurance is not that inexpensive. The other cool thing when you sign up with ASCP is they actually give you a free website. Amazing. And they're giving you a ton of free resources, classes, like a lot of education, which I'm obsessed with. Haley, let's break down like 3 things why people need insurance, especially as estheticians.
Okay, well, the first thing that comes to mind is could be an emergency at any time.
Literally could be an emergency at any time. Okay, so we always like pray that we are not going to scratch, burn, rip, something happens to somebody's face. But the fact is, like, we are only human and we might make a mistake. And if you've been in this industry long enough, then you know you've made mistakes. And thank God most of the time our clients are chill and they understand even if you rip off half their eyebrow, which I have done, or maybe they just never come back and see you. But there is always that very small chance that someone could come after you, someone could sue you, and that's really scary. So you need to have yourself covered.
Yeah, it's a layer of protection that is necessary. I mean,
right.
Absolutely necessary.
Right, because, you know, you could say, Casey, I've been an esthetician for 10 years. I've never had anything happen. But all it takes is that one time, and they could take your whole business, you know? So please keep yourself covered. I would say, especially nowadays in 2021, like, we just need a little extra protection. And if you're working for yourself, legally, you have to have insurance. You have to. There's a lot of people out there that don't, but please spend the $239 to keep yourself covered, and so you can, like, go to bed at night knowing that you're safe.
Right, and I mean, if that's covering you for the year, think of it this way. It's like $20 a month.
It's $20 a month, and is that the real math? I don't think so, Haley. No.
It's close to
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or maybe you're right. I can't
It's
do
very
math right
close.
now.
It's actually less than $20.
Oh, it is? Okay, it's less than $20 a month. And it's a tax write-off, okay? So whether you're working for yourself or you're working for somebody else, please make sure you have insurance. If you're working for someone else, ask your boss to confirm that they have insurance for you. And if not, get some for yourself. Or you could even double down on the insurance, you know? Like, maybe your boss has it, but maybe you want your own because you're practicing at your house or you're also renting a room. Like, just get the insurance is what I'm saying. So that's your glow tip for the day. ASCP. Go onto my website, get it, and you'll just, then it's like one less thing to worry about.
Right, which is, you know, there's enough to worry about in this world. Let's take that off the table.
Let's take it off the table, and then you can work in peace and happiness. Yay. Okay, so on to more fun things, hopefully.
Yeah.
Just had to get that off my chest because I feel like a lot of people ask, and it's like not a really fun topic to talk about, but it is just so important. But today I wanted to talk about must-have equipment for estheticians. If you've read the first issue of Skin in the City, then you'll see that we do have a 2-page spread with the must-haves, including my favorite steamer. What else do we got on there, Haley? The towel warmer, the Hydroderm. We've got a whole bunch of fun stuff on there. The Soluma LED. We've also got the Oxygen Pod. And my new favorite, which is the Foreo Bear, which is a handheld microcurrent. So it is insane the amount of questions specifically that I get asked about, I would say, the steamer, the towel warmer, and the Bio Trinity, the Hydrodermabrasion. So I feel like let's break down those and see how long this takes us.
Yeah.
And if not, if we still have time, we'll maybe get into the LED and the microcurrent and the oxygen.
For sure.
I'm going to tell you before we get started, I was telling this, Haley, before we started recording, that first off, everyone needs a treatment bed, right? Every esthetician, every lash artist, every waxer, what else? Everybody.
Just every human being.
Every human being that works in the beauty industry should have some kind of table to work on. And I think there's this perception that, like, you need the fancy hydraulic table, or you need something, like, expensive. And let me just tell you from personal experience, all you need is a simple massage bed. Yes, eventually, if you want to get all the fancy stuff, you can, but that is not going to make or break your business.
No.
A long time ago, one of my goals was to get one of those nicer beds, but, you know, unfortunately, like, life happens, and now I'm not really in the treatment room that much, and I'm still using a massage bed. Here's a couple little tips for your massage bed. Well, first off, buy one. Second
That's
off,
a great tip.
oh yeah, buy the massage bed. Like, just get one on Amazon. I got mine on my Amazon shop. It's like $100. Yay.
It's pink too, right?
No, it's black.
Oh, well, they do have a pink one on
They do have a
Amazon
pink
as well.
one. They have whatever color, but you're not going to see it, especially as an esthetician. But sure, buy the pink one if it makes you happy, you know? So you're going to put Tempur-Pedic foam. This is all in my Amazon shop, guys, by the way. Tempur-Pedic foam, heated blanket, fitted sheet, flat sheet, knee bolster, another sheet, a duvet cover, okay? Like, it's really not that complicated. If you want more details on this, you can read my blog on the website. Just search treatment bed in my website, and it breaks it all down. I also have it on IGTV. So I have all this information in all these different places for you. But yeah, just get the massage bed or get the aesthetic bed. I've had those too where like it goes up and down and like it can have the arms. I just like a massage bed because I had a lot of different clients of all shapes and sizes, and I wanted something sturdy enough to support everybody. Because sometimes those aesthetic beds, like the one I had for some reason, like it didn't feel as sturdy to me. I wanted something sturdy and wide that like I said, all shapes and sizes are gonna fit and support.
Yeah, I feel like the aesthetic beds are like more narrow and they have kind of a little bit of a shape.
Yeah, I mean, yes, it has more of a shape, which is great because you can like really get a little bit closer to the client's face. But like if you're like, I remember one time we had this really tall basketball player, like 7.5 feet tall. And like he did not really fit on the bed, but thank God we had a little bit bigger of a bed, you know? So you never know who's gonna walk through your door.
True.
Or maybe you're like a lash artist and you know like you have all like little like girls. But again, you just never know. So get the massage bed. That's just my preference. Okay. Now let's really get into equipment. Let's talk about the steamer. Haley's literally looking at the magazine right now.
I mean, this is a very cute page if you guys have the magazine.
Haley made this. She's very proud of it.
It was fun.
It was fun.
You know, because like we're talking about equipment, which isn't like the sexiest subject in the world, but you can make it cute and fun, and it's something you need to use every day. So get what you really want. Get something that you know is gonna last and that you're gonna love.
Yep, because let me tell you, I've gone through 5,000 million steamers in my career. They've corroded. They've caught on fire. Do you remember that time that Ashley's caught on fire?
It's so bad. I feel like I've done some bad things with the steamers.
Okay. Let me tell you like 2 or 3 horror stories about steamers before we get into the steamer. Okay, number 1 horror story was we were working in Studio City, and my friend, sorry, I'm gonna say her name, Ashley. I think Ashley will be okay with it. I know Ashley will be okay with it.
I think she would.
We should probably call her and tell her we're talking about her. Ashley was a really good friend of mine. She's also an esthetician. She was renting a room for me and working for me part-time, and she was putting regular water when you're supposed to put distilled water into the steamer. And if you don't know, you should be using distilled water in your steamer, because if you don't, especially like here in LA, like we have nasty water with just like a ton of stuff in it, like minerals, and basically the steamer, the metal part that heats up will corrode, and it'll get this like layer of just, you know, minerals on it. And for somehow, I think after months and months and months of her like not cleaning it and not using distilled water, like one day she was were you there? You were there that day?
I don't think I was there that day.
But literally the steamer caught on fire when she was in there with a client, and like we couldn't figure it out, and then we were like doing investigation and realized that it had corroded so much that like somehow it caught on fire. I don't know exactly, but like that's why if you guys see my latest Instagram posts, I've been talking about cleaning your steamer, because it's so important, because I was scarred after that. I always use distilled water, but there was a perfect example of like what could happen if you're not taking proper care of your steamer. So make sure you're using distilled water. Please clean your steamer. I like to do half vinegar, half water, run it through, then run water through again to get rid of the smell. Also do it like at the end of the day when you don't have clients, because it does smell.
Yeah.
Okay, so horror story number 2. Don't overfill your steamer, because if you overfill it like all the way to the top, past the maximum line, first off, you guys, the water in there is literally boiling water. Like you're boiling your tea or boiling water for your tea. Like this is boiling water. And when it boils, it'll bubble up. And one time my water line was overfilled and started bubbling up and actually squirted out the boiling hot water, squirted out of the steamer head. Hint, why you need insurance. Thank God it did not get on my client. It did not get on me. No one sued me. No one got a 3rd-degree burn. It was like, praise God. But don't overfill your steamer. And then one time, Haley, like, I had a PTSD moment where she like thought she was doing me a favor and filled the steamer, but you didn't know.
I didn't know, and I didn't know to look for the maximum fill line. I'm just thinking like, oh, I'll fill it up, like help Casey, she's busy, whatever. And so she's in there, and she's actually treating one of my friends, thank God, because it was another scary moment. But anyway, she texts me, And she goes, how far did you fill up the steamer? And I didn't know. So this is a tip to you if you also don't know. There is a max line. It's there for a reason.
Yes. There's a minimum.
So scary.
It is so scary. There's a minimum and a maximum. So if it's below the minimum, the water probably isn't going to turn on. That's another thing. People are like, Katie, my steamer isn't turning on. I'm like, oh, you guys, just look, minimum, maximum.
Keep it in the sweet spot.
Keep it in the sweet spot. I just fill it up to the max, like, after every client. Then I don't run out of water. So that was very long-winded. I haven't even talked about my favorite steamer, but those are horror stories of what can happen, why you need to take care of your steamer, why you should have insurance, and why I love this steamer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So this is the Katana steamer from Skin Act. They have a digital and what do you want to call it? Like a manual. Like where you can
knob.
Like a knob.
Yeah.
Get whatever one you want. I don't care. Like, people ask me my opinion on that, and it's like, look, I'm gonna give you my opinion on, like, most things, but then there's some things that it's just, like, personal preference.
Literally doesn't matter.
I'm gonna tell you one other thing that I get asked all the time, and I don't know why it drives me nuts, and I think it's kind of funny, too, that people get stuck on certain things, but I get it, I get stuck on things, too. It's like, the steamer is a timer, right? It's like an egg timer. Like, you twist it and it clicks. And they're like, how do you get rid of the clicking? I'm like, it's a machine. It's going to click a little. And if you're really that annoyed, like, turn your music up. I don't know. Get some therapy for clicking annoyance. Or I don't know. Like, maybe I'm being mean. But it's just like, I think there's a couple types of estheticians. There's a type that are like, don't even know that you're supposed to clean the steamer or overfill it, and then there's the other one that's like super anal, paranoid, like doing all the things. But like, I can't control the clicking. I also don't own the company, so if you want help, call the company.
That's a good tip.
But it's gonna click. Just turn on the music.
It's fine. Yeah.
And I think you're hyper focused on it. And I hope I don't sound like an asshole. And if I do a little bit, I'm sorry. This is just me. If you guys don't know me, you're getting to know me now. Right, Haley?
Yeah, I mean, it's not a big deal. Worry about the client's perspective, which I appreciate you doing.
Yeah.
But they're just enjoying the steam. They're not like, what's that clicking?
You hear the steam more than you hear I don't even hear it. I've literally, in my 15 years as working as an esthetician, I have never had someone be like, excuse me, why is your steamer clicking? Sometimes people are like, what is that noise? I'm like, it's the steamer. It's a machine. I had to turn it on. When you turn it on, sometimes it makes noise. You know?
Oh,
so,
okay, cool.
This is getting real long-winded, but I'm just breaking down all these steamer things because I get so many questions about the steamer.
Right.
And I'm like, wow, this is like a lot of things.
It is.
But people need to know, and that's the other thing, is I feel like I'm sharing all of this with you, not to beat you down, but to educate.
Yeah,
because
inform. Yeah.
No one, for some reason, is like teaching this in school, and we all use a steamer, and we should all know how to properly use the steamer. So let me break down why I love the Katana steamer from Skin Act. First off, this is not paid. I do not work with or for Skin Act. I've actually never even talked to anyone except when I've like bought the steamer. So this isn't like me pushy sales thing. Everything I talk about is because I actually love it. I'll never talk about something for money. So I bought this steamer because, as you know, or maybe you don't know, as an esthetician, steamers like are hard to position sometimes, right? You got this arm that moves up and down, but you're never like hitting the full face. Right? It's like
you're
hard.
Getting the cheek.
You're getting the cheek, or like I remember like when I was starting as an esthetician, be like, oh, I only feel the steam on the one side, and I'm like, ugh, like this knob. Like I wish I could like move it 360. Dun 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 dun. Here comes the Skin Act Katana steamer. It literally has this really cool. How do we explain it, Haley? It's like a flexible head.
Yeah, it's I don't know how to explain that honestly. It's kind of like accordion style.
It's accordion style, flexible head, and it moves 360, and you can angle it perfectly. Also, the steam that comes out, like it's a really nice flow.
It is.
It's like, turn the ozone on, and you can really you can see it, which you want to see. You don't need to see it. Also, you don't need to turn on the ozone. We could go see, I could just do a whole podcast on just the steamer. So,
that could happen.
The ozone is nice so you can see the steam flow, but it's not necessary. You should use ozone only on clients who are like oily, acneic. If they're sensitive, rosacea, you shouldn't be using the ozone. Maybe more on that at another time. But honestly, the main thing is I love the steady flow of steam.
Yeah, you got it. You did good.
And I love the flexible accordion head. That's what Haley called it. I think that's good. And it also has a little cap on the top. If you pop it off, you're going to see this little white...
It kind of looks like cotton.
White cotton, like the same thing you'd see in your microdermabrasion machine. And you could put a couple drops of essential oil. Just make sure your client isn't allergic to your essential oil before you do that. And then it also has a catch inside where you fill up the water, and you can put like herbs, like custom herbs into your steamer. So it's very customizable, it's user friendly, and I love the 360 accordion head.
It's your new favorite word.
Yeah, I mean, that's a perfect way to explain it.
Thank you.
So as a client, I'm sure, Haley, you enjoyed the steam. I don't know if you notice a difference or not.
I mean, I love the steamer because it has lasted so long.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
that
all
too.
about a good investment.
Yeah, Haley's all about the finances, so anything that's like lasted us a long time. This one was like quote unquote a little bit more expensive, but I think it was less than $300, and it's worth the investment.
Yeah, the steam is very even, so from like the client's perspective, they're not like, why is it on, just my neck or just my whatever. So it feels nice. It is, it does the trick. It does what it's meant to do, which is steam your client's skin.
Yeah, it's good quality. It's a little bit more expensive than like the cheap one you're gonna buy on Amazon, but I promise you it's gonna last longer. It's just more sturdy, all that fun stuff.
Yeah, and there's also a 1-year limited warranty on it as well.
Oh, thank you, Haley.
Yeah.
Anything else we need to know? I think that's probably it.
That's probably it.
Yeah. That I went off on like my really like steamer tangent here for a second. I just feel like I needed to tell everyone all these things.
Get it off your chest,
I'm
girl.
getting it off my chest. Because
Sure.
I literally, and I'm not even joking, get questions about the steamer every single day. Every single day. And every single day I tell people, go read my blog, go look at the posts, and now we've got the podcast. So
listen to episode 4.
They're probably already listening.
Excellent.
Okay, so next, you need a towel warmer. Because you probably bought my glow towels, and if you haven't, you should.
Yeah, use your discount.
Use your discount, and then you're going to need a towel warmer. And this is another thing that I've gone through 5,000,100 towel warmers since I went out on my own and started Glow Skincare 10 years ago. I'd always been on the hunt for the perfect towel warmer. For some reason, I always hated those big, bulky towel warmers. You know those ones. I know some of you probably like them. They're like the double-decker ones. They're big, they're bulky, they're not cute to look at. And for whatever reason, I just hated the way they looked. And I would always try and find like a smaller one because I just wanted something small, compact. I didn't mind like refilling if I had to. But honestly, the small ones hold a decent amount still. So after years of searching, I finally found this towel warmer. I don't even know if it has a name. Does it have a name?
It doesn't have an actual name. No, we just call it the mini towel cabbie.
It's the mini towel cabbie. It's also in my Amazon shop if you go under treatment room. This is super cute. Look, I'm reading what you wrote, Haley. It's cute. It's compact. Tell us what else it is.
It heats quickly. It has UV sterilization and holds to 10 to 15 towels, which I think that's a good amount of towels.
It's a huge amount. It's gonna hold 10 to 15 glow towels. Let me be more specific.
Okay.
If you're using like a bigger, bulkier towel, you're not gonna be able to fit as much. And I had people ask like, do you refill like multiple times a day? I think it depends on how many towels you're using per client. I actually just did a poll on Instagram recently because I was curious. Because it's like some people use 0 and some people use like 12. Like literally 12 towels in one facial.
Serious?
Yes.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
What are they doing?
I don't know. Everything.
I have 17 follow-up questions.
I know. Call us and tell us what you're doing.
I want to know.
I know. So I'm in the more conservative range. So I'm usually using 1 to 2 towels per treatment. I'm using 1 to remove one to remove the scrub and 1 to remove a mask. That's all I need. And honestly, this is for like, the client's going to enjoy those 2 towels first off. And it's for your benefit to not use too many towels unless you don't mind doing laundry for days. It's like we already have to do laundry for days. So if you're having a really luxurious facial and you want to use 5 towels, I mean, I say go for it.
Sure.
But like I said, like we can fit 10 to 15 of the glow towels in this cute little compact towel cabbie.
Yeah.
And so for me, that's more than enough for the day. Again, I'm also not seeing as many clients as I used to, but even when I was busy, I mean, I feel like you would fill it up for the day and I'd be good.
Yeah, just like once in the morning, it's they're cooking, they're ready.
They're cooking. Yeah, I mean, I think that was back in the day when I was really busy and I was only really doing 1 towel per facial. But I made that 1 towel like a really special moment when I was putting it on them, just to get off on, again, another side tangent.
Yeah, that's nice though. It's part of the facial experience is that hot towel. I think people look forward to it. I love it.
I love it too. So take a moment when you use your hot towel. Make sure, again, your clients aren't allergic to essential oils. But if they aren't, use essential oils, just a drop in your water for your towels. And then you're going to put your towel on, do a little towel massage. That's the best.
It's so nice.
Maybe I've done some videos, but maybe I'll do some more. And then you remove the product.
Yeah.
Ta-da. But yeah,
the towel.
Right? This towel warmer is great, honestly. Like, I love it. I don't have a very big room right now, and I know a lot of us either don't have big rooms, or we're like, you know, you gotta pick and choose where, like, your space is coming from.
Yeah. You can't have the biggest of all the machines.
Unless you have, like, a huge room, then go you.
Yeah. Cool.
You know? Cool.
Have a towel oven, whatever.
Have a towel.
That's kind of what the big ones look like.
Double-decker towel oven.
Yeah, right? You know?
Yeah, or like, you know, if you're lucky and you have like a separate room you can put it in or whatever, like that's great. But I love this one because it's cute and compact. It's like about the same size as like the mini fridge, so they go like great side by side.
Yeah, they do look good together.
Yeah.
They fit like nicely under a shelf together, like if you put a shelf above them.
Right.
You know, it's a win-win.
It's a win-win.
Yeah.
Okay, so towel warmer on my Amazon shop. Again, go to the website Glow Skincare LA, go to shop Amazon, and you will find the towel warmer along with lots of other things that we use here at Glow.
Right.
Okay, number 3.
The big 3.
The big 3. The BioBrasion Trinity. Did I say that right? BioBrasion Trinity from Biotherapeutic.
Yeah.
If you listen to the first episode, then you know the story about how Haley bought me my machine.
Best investment I've ever made. I stand by that.
I'm like, I'm going to probably have to do it on you today. I need to do it on myself.
Are you looking at my skin?
Yeah, I am looking at
my skin. Oh, gosh.
No, it looks fine. It looks good.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
You have like one little irritation like right here.
From that.
I know.
Okay.
Tell everybody.
Tangent. Okay, my turn to tangent. We did a shoot yesterday. And we wanted to do, you know, like products on the skin for photos because they look beautiful and that's just, you know, the look we're going for right now. So I put this enzyme peel.
Enzyme mask.